Right, chaps, here we are. Hermit's Cottage. I'm not so sure I want to do that. What is this? Hunt down what terrorizes. For 1,000 gold, we could do that. Keep on grinding. Now, just a brief reminder, I need to decide with Pumulus what I'm going to do. And you know what? I'm actually not going to make him a two-handed mace user. I want to keep him as a torturer. And it occurs to me that, well, a couple things. This crypt cleaver is actually amazing. So, like a two-handed cleaver with the whip and the quick hands in this build, pretty much the same. So, Mr. Namori is actually pretty awesome. I mean, I do want the two-handed mace, but Damage Inc. is all about the torturers to disarm, and the warhammers to shred armor, and then the torturers and the archers to ruin the unarmored enemies. I mean, eventually we're going to replace all of these light armor frontline guys with heavy armor counterparts. We've got a couple here. Fritz is going to replace Ration. Cumulus Justice will slot into that position. Meinrad is Gungnir's replacement. It's almost like a pity, he's got such good accuracy, but you know, there's light armor. He's not going to be able to get through the hardest of the hard fights unless we get some crazy good legendary. But even then, I mean, I've given him nimble, but I haven't given him nearly enough hit points to make him that survivable. Anton, yep, he's just hanging around until he can create that fancy bow for us. Donbert and Raban are coming in as the 3 and 4 position archers. Nixus is the new bannerman. Get to the name list. We're going to hand out some new names. Let's take a page 2 name. I think the last one we took was a page 3. Random name. Here we go. Criddlefitz. Almost kind of works on Fritz. Criddlefitz. Ration's replacement. Donbird. Let's go for one of the newer ones that have been. Kota, that'll work. Kota. Who else? Goliath, Coman, Meinrad. I think Meinrad, that his normal name was. Okay. Another new submitted name. Let's go with Elstier. I'm just pulling names randomly as I see them. Elstier. And Raban. It's like one of the older. It's like one of the old page 1. Someone who's been waiting for ages. Samon, a legend of many, many campaigns. Welcome, Samon. One thing I want to mention though is I was asked on one of my recent guides why I don't give Duelist to my archer. I responded that Duelist does nothing for when you're using a bow. But I have to admit, I didn't realize how high the base armor penetration was of a javelin. It's like 45%. So if you take Duelist and you throw a javelin, you've got 70% armor penetration, which is fucking bonkers. And if you think you're throwing those heavy javelins, you're doing a lot of damage straight through armor. But for this build, let's just stick with what we went with, frankly. But I am testing that offline. Okay. I want to fight these spiders during the day. Archers can actually shoot and do a thing. I think we actually needed, this is good, we needed web-necked webbing, good. Anything that's creature that's going to help us craft, we need to do. Hang on, where's the bloody sick? Actually, could I give some lower level guys? I think I could give them some levels on this. I surely don't need to take my best polearm lads with. The guys up front are so accurate, they're hardly ever going to miss. Send out Kota, we'll send out Raban, Elstier, Criddlefitz, Goliath. What's up, though, 29? That shield is one of the 3 legendary shields we have now. We did a major mission in the last episode, and we got 2 legendaries, but they're just bloody shields. We got King Burkhard's Bastion, which is only notable in the fact that the shield skills build up 3 less fatigue, and it's got 32 strength. No, that's even the same. It's just the fact that, let's see, way is the same. Okay, slightly more melee defense. Famed Rampart is identical, except it gives 1 less fatigue. And then there was another famous one here. There it is. Keeper. Same durability, but huge melee defense. 27 melee defense. Very nice. But then again, I feel super scared of taking these shields out when I don't have shield expert. 1 axe swing from a 2-handed orc weapon, and you can kiss that legendary shield goodbye. I think we raided a undead ruin. Part of a mission. You can imagine my disappointment when I got shields and none of my guys are shield specialists, and using shields is not really part of my game plan this playthrough. If I'd gotten those shields on my peasants, where they all have shield expert, I would have been super happy. Legendaries, we've been kind of unlucky. But to be fair, I haven't done enough to try to get legendaries. That's one of the things we're going to be doing now. We're looking for replacements to the light armor lads, and we're looking to get as many legendaries as we can. Hey, just you have an important job here, dude, so I'm actually going to have Criddlefits come across and help. No! I believe the percentage that you can get is determined by the type, well, by a bunch of things. Mostly by the enemies in a ruin, and then the type of legendary and how many is randomed. What's up, Frosty? These are webnects. Do you have the Beast and Exploration DLC? They're part of the Beast and Exploration. These things are little fuckers. They're quite hard to hit. But as you can see, a spear wall is nice and effective as long as your lads don't fuck up the spear wall. What really sucks about them, you'll see on the next turn, they jizz a web on you. And the web reduces your melee damage and melee defense by 50%. And then when they attack you while you're webbed, it increases their armor piercing. Paragon, I was just about to sing his praise. Yes, Ganya. It is, so it's a good point. I'm just realizing on all these frontline lads, especially the ones that have quick hands, I should have given them their cleavers for when they're in this situation. But first battle of the night, and I am full of mistakes. I'm going to release all the dogs we can just to increase the DPS. Excuse me. Good hitting, boys. Very nicely done. See, they jizz on you. Disgusting. The key thing when you're fighting with spiders, you want all your front line to have one-handed weapons, or any weapon that allows them to attack for 4 AP or less. Doubly, I should have given Aegis his two-handed cleaver, because when you are covered with the spider jizz, it costs 4 AP to break out of it, which means for a two-handed weapon, you can, on your turn, you try to break out of it, and even if you succeed, you then can't attack. Here's the also a free ally. Look, you gotta break free, and then you can attack. The chances of breaking free is tied to your melee accuracy, so the more accurate people have a higher chance of breaking free. So spears are ideal. But a spetum is pretty damn good too. That two-handed throwing spear, two-tile range spear is really good. Because when you do a shield wall, enemies that run into it take half damage. So the extra base damage from the spetum is quite valuable. And we are ruining these spiders. Well done, lads. They're going to start fleeing quite soon, I would imagine. Nope, still coming. Volume's a bit quiet today. I haven't encountered one yet, but that sounds like something that could be included at some point. Like a boss spider. But no, there isn't. Not that I know of. I've learned the hard way that it's always more effective to try to break free and then attack. If you attack and then try to break free, your first attack does less damage. Therefore not worth it. Right, looks like we've won. Ah, still coming. There seems to be a threshold in terms of numbers of spiders where they tend to flee or come back. See, that one was fleeing, now it's coming. What I should actually be doing is using my archers to pot shot the eggs to make sure that they don't keep breeding, but honestly it's quite a good XP farm, provided you don't get swarmed. It's a bait. But trying to hit anything with any armor, kind of pointless. Right, hold your position, lads. Finish off any spiders that come into range. I think we're done here. Yeah, off you go, spider bitch. Going back, what's going on? Fine. Still fuckers are gonna force me to kill him, then I will. I thought for a while that if money allowed, I would actually invest in those tier 3 fighting spears. Like 7 of them. talking 20,000 gold worth of weapons there, but for the big fights against huge flocks of Nachtseers and Webenects, the extra damage from those fighting spears is wonderful, but you would have to be so flush with cash to justify that. We are not that flush. Remember, we're trying to get ourselves up to at least 50,000. I want to be buying legendaries as I see them. Nice. Oh yes, roll a +3. Level 9 will take Killing Frenzy, because Torturers don't actually have Killing. As a level 9 Torturer, he's going to need, yep, Brawny, Battle Forged. Honestly, I regret Steel Brow on a heavy armor guy. He probably doesn't need it. Quick Hands is mandatory. Colossus is basically 15 free hit points, but we're going to put that attachment on that lowers the armor piercing damage. He doesn't need fast adaptation, so well, Killing Frenzy is mandatory. Dominator is mandatory, and then 2 more perks at 11. Oh, I need rotation. Hang on, of course, rotate. So let's see. Rotation at 9, Indom at 10, then at 11 we take Killing Frenzy and Weapon Spec. I'm missing out on then. Well, some reach advantage could be nice for using the two-handed cleaver, but well, the 3 lads in the center of the formation, I think he needs it, especially considering he doesn't have melee defense. 9, 10, 2 at 11, he's got 4 perks left. Rotation is mandatory. Arm is mandatory. Weapon spec is mandatory. Then it's a question of Killing Frenzy or reach advantage. If he's attacking with a two-handed cleaver, he's always going to get 2 attacks off. And if he hits both, that's +10 melee defense. Sniff at. Well, Paragon, why don't you have the two-handed cleaver if you've got the higher accuracy? Yeah, you've got quick hands. Need shoring up, yeah, fatigue. Points technically. What did we decide? We decided rotation, we decided Indom, weapon spec, reach advantage. What, 21 +10 gives him 30. Or Killing Frenzy. I think I'm going to take reach advantage over Killing Frenzy because the two-handed cleaver can attack twice a turn, so it's +10 melee defense most times. And a lot of the damage comes from Decapitate and does so much damage anyway. After 85. Times that by 2, you know. 130 to 190. Yeah, so I know I'm going to be skipping Killing Frenzy. Let's take rotation. If only I hadn't taken Steel Brow, I could have taken Killing Frenzy, but I mean, Steel Brow seems like not a great perk right up until your guy gets hit in the head. Becomes an amazing perk. Okay, Torturer, same here. It's just us. We're going to try to put him in heavy armor. All the lads have to go in heavy armor on the front line, so now he needs recover. And quick hands. Quick hand. Setup is kind of messed up here. Maru goes there. Barwolf goes there. My low level boys. Pole arm user. Pole arm user. Warhammer replacement. He's decided as being a light armor guy, isn't he? Not going to have a lot of fatigue, but I feel like the frontline heavy armor survivability is more important. Like if you have something like a coat of scales with the fatigue reducing attachment. We already did we make one? No, we need to go hunt some trees. Fair enough. Fair enough. We focused on getting the archers leveled up. I think so. Nope, dogs are not going to fight. We have 6 more days, 53 more days. Let's finish exploring over here. Well, I want to see if I can get a patrol mission. Be useful. In the meantime, we can do a bit of browsing. Okay. Full ammo. Got a week of food. We are grand. Hey, just where is your dagger? Maybe we should try switch operations to the north a bit more and go fight some barbarian chosen, because I want to compare the two-handed barbarian cleaver, the two-handed undead cleaver. I suspect the barbarian cleaver is going to have better numbers. Banned from raiding parties, I don't like doing it. Takes too long. What does this one do? I can go reduces damage ignoring armor. That's an important one. Bone plating, I don't want to use lindworm bones. Happy powder could be good. There we go, lindworm skull cloak. I need 2 of these. Throwing nets. Poisoned oil. Lionheart potion. Do we have any Lionheart potion? Don't. Do we have any happy powder in stock? Don't. This happy powder, I've come to find out, is so important in the cultist run. Because when people get sacrificed, you need that happy powder. Just to make sure that your people don't freak the fuck out and leave. It is the armor attachment. Is that the one? Only takes 66. How many damage ignores armor? Yes, okay, that's the one that I want. Now these lindworm skull cloaks we'll put onto the legendary light armor. It looks dreadful, but it takes it up to 162 for only 10 fatigue, which is pretty damn good. And one of these noble males. 200. Oh, see, I didn't realize that as nice as that mail shirt is for how light it is. Look at that, you can get up to 200 body armor. That makes me wonder if Battleforge wouldn't have been worth it, because probably not. I mean, it would be what, 320? Reduced by 5% of 320, so reduced armor damage taken by 15. Nah, not worth it. Still pretty cool though, and I've got to hunt more lindworm. I also want to make more of these protective runes and sigils for fighting Hexen. What do you need for those? Runes and sigils. Runes. Yeah, witch hair. And second wind. Escort 4 days, no thanks. Delivery, day to the west, no thanks. Two of each crafting component, I suppose, is fine. Just 4 of these shields is fine. Winged mace, don't need. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 spears, a couple whips. 85 out of 160. That's about right. Go explore. I want to find that damn golden goose. Have it reduce my overhead costs a little bit. 15 per day it gives you. Ooh, hello, hello. Marksmen and raiders. We'll come clear that out once we have a patrol mission. And there, 22% chance for legendary. That's the kind of place where you're going to get legendary, 28%. It's going to be full of Necros Advance, which is, if I take my best team, definitely do that. But we've got a few lads that aren't level 11. We need to get up to 12 level 11 lads. What's this? Oh yeah, this is the thief talking to the fisherman. Awfully long story. Ooh, 9. Okay, Strats I want to fight, but 9 is ridiculous. We'd get absolutely shit mixed if we fought 9 of those things. 16 undead. I want to clear that out. That'll give us a good bit of XP. Problem is that until you know exactly what's in there, it's super. So is 2 whips. 2 whips is probably enough. Do I want to take my low-level archers into this? I don't think so. I mean, they could be useful if it comes to shooting the necromancer. But no, with this you just need to get close enough. And these archers can shoot, experienced archers can bullseye the necromancer behind his cover. We got Nixus's resolve, which can be increased. If I leave Nixus out of this, I mean, look at Coman. Well, whatever's in there, we can deal with it, I'm sure. And of course, F-scumming is an option in the playthrough. $31 is a fair amount, though. Loads of ghosts. Question is, where is the? What the? Lord, that's a lot of ghosts. Quite spread out too. Unless there's no necromancer, it becomes a lot easier. But it is annoying that one of these things has gone off to the south there. Aragon, you might have to get off the front line and do some whipping. Whip them. The archers are in serious danger of getting overrun here on the back lines. I should have brought the pikemen. It's a bit late now, but... Fuck. No pressure here on Nixus the Bannerman, but if you don't stop these guys from fleeing, we're all dead. No pressure at all. How many AP does this cost? 3 AP, 6 AP. So the Lionheart potion gave him 40 resolve. Hope it's enough. Awesome. It's actually really important. I desperately needed that ghost on the side there to get taken care of. Problem is, if I rotate here, that whip can still only attack 1, 2, 3 squares, so I need to get Ration off the front line at some point. I don't know how. Come on, Aegis, mate. Why are you panicking just because a zombie stood next to you? See, and there goes half his fucking armor with 1 axe hit. Gotta go heavy on. I think this is going to be a reload and we'll come in back in here with the 18. Do I need Indomitable? I'm going to guess no, because his morale is going to be tested. And, like, if he panics, I could rotate there, then I can move up, but it can help me. Shit. I have to free up that spot and move somehow. These ghosts are ruining us. Maybe we should try to just... I can destroy those zombies in the middle there, free up the torturer. He just needs to move a couple squares up, forward. Look, at least there's no Necromancer raising these fucking things up again, so I might have to keep raising morale every few turns. But the problem is Nexus is going to be exhausted. He can probably do that one more turn. Here's the play. We drop the dog, and then on turn 2, if it's alive, we can rotate with the dog. Whip there. Next turn, rotate there, whip there. But Brock, you need to survive. Good dog. Right, and those nerds won't be getting up. Oh, you little bitch. I thought I could move there. Worst. Ah! 67. How's that 67? Just a little reminder, when you're going in blind against these undead, all your front line need to have whips. But it would have cost me nothing to give my Warhammers guys the whips, and this wouldn't have been such a problem. Now this is the turn that I can't use Raise Morale. I'm gonna die. And the fact that you don't get to see the numbers behind whether that worked or not is also super frustrating. Rotate, rotate. I need to... Oof. Should have brought the 18. fuck do I whip these things? Next turn I can start whipping them. It'll be too late. Levittsmere is dead. Okay. Let's try that. Let's go back in time. And let's just see. Actually, I want to try that one more time with the same team, but just what difference it makes by not violating my own damn rule when fighting undead of giving everybody whips. We got one more. And of course, I should probably stay together as well in a tight formation, just so that everybody can be under the effect of the raised morale. What is like 4 whips and keep the tight formation? That ought to be enough. Or Pumulus. Who's the pike? Actually, Animaru and Varvel with their bows aren't that useful. The pikemen are going to be better for this fight. Upspits. So we still take the lower level archers out. At this moment include the polearm users. Such a pity we couldn't pick up a second Warsaw. That'll make such a big difference for this other polearm user. The flask of blessed water we're going to save. Does this kind of mission justify second wind potion? I don't think so. So just with a small tweak, we'll see if this mission is doable. Fight is doable. Yeah, the different terrain makes it interesting. I think the fact that we know there's no necromancer means we can just take the high ground and kind of see what happens. Actually, that's not right. Levittsmere should be holding that upper part. Well, we can rotate. Still, a lot of zombies. All going to depend on where these geists go and what they do. Hold. Then. Like these lads are going to have to do the rotating. Bank looking a little scary. At least as soon as the geists go down, it's a lot more straightforward proposition. Do I use Lionheart yet? Let's wait. All about the geists, right? No, misclick, fuck's sake. Okay, the southern flank is the problem's going to be. Brave boys, here comes the ghosts. I'm only going to use this once. I actually have to start pulling back guys who are panicking. On. What is this? This is the type of shit that gets everyone killed. Not even joking. And remember, we got to get someone with a whip in range of that ghost. It's a good lesson. It shows you that I do actually need a whip for every single person on the front line. I thought we had, but apparently not. It's like we are too short. We got 5. Oh my God. On! Oh, that's huge for us. This one moved into range. Awesome. Ben, come on, stop it. Boss. Yes, Emmanuel. 2 more ghosts. Just 2 more. Incavitas. Just in time for the zombie apocalypse. Nice triple kill there from Gagnier. Hopefully this fallen hero comes into that spot and I can just bosh him on the head. Yes, Paragon. 1 more. Okay, Aegis, no pressure. 46%. We're all gonna die. All your fault. One more scream to deal with. Be brave, boys. Be brave. What makes us so scary is this is pretty much a C team we've brought in here. Not the best of the best lads. And MK needs to get taken out of here sharpish. Really can't free anyone up. So I came upon what I think could be a really important idea for the way I build in one of my offline campaigns today. So I want to go for all axes up front, but it occurred to me, okay, 7 axes and then the 2 polearm guys at the back. I was like, in situations like this, the polearm guys are struggling because the flanks are getting compromised. I thought, well, why don't I do 9 guys who are all the same? You still put 7 up front. But like, if you have it's like a variation of the shield breaker. What the shield breaker had an advantage over the polearm user was that in this situation the shield breaker could whip out his axe and shield and go toe to toe and pretty much take care of himself, whereas now the polearm user is getting swarmed. These zombies go down, then Aegis can break away, which is really useful. Well, at least, let's see, who is this? MK. He just needs to survive a couple more turns. In fact, I could even rotate him here with Gungnir and then swing on those 3. Probably the better thing to do, but he can do the rotating out in the next turn. That then Gungnir should preemptively catch his breath. Archie. You cheeky bastards. How dare you. I think in this playthrough, I've gone for melee defense on my polearm guys. Yeah, but see, 25 still isn't all that much. I've given him rotation, but not a shield. That's another error on my mistake. He needs that shield for when he's in trouble. See there. Now he can't do anything. There's no any fatigue. Well, shit. Stay alive, MK. Help is coming. Survives these 2 hits, and then we can rotate him out. Oh, same on. To be fair, it was pretty ambitious taking 5 low-level lads into this mission. Oh, you kidding me with the headshot? It's funny, I mean, I used to prefer shield breakers to polearm guys. And I do think that the shield breakers don't have the top-end damage capability of a polearm lad. Especially with the reaping scythe thing. But shield breakers have better survivability. Oh, you son of a... Oh! MK, if by some miracle we can get him out of this. Potato potato with Nexus, maybe? Ah, stabbing. If there was a one-handed polearm, then this would be a very different story. But I mean, it's my own fault for not giving him a shield. I mean, if you don't give him a shield, fine, but then you got to give him fancy feet rather than rotation. Oh, come on! Did an 81 list. And a 81 that missed. I'll just fight with the dagger. I think I'll just fight with the dagger here. Right, MK, you gotta survive one more swing from that Wiederganger, unless we can somehow kill him. Can't move 2 and attack. 15 turns, 3 turns. We can raise morale to take away the minus 10% combat stats. Look at this, fully surrounded. Hey, the Walking Dead here, boys. I could disarm with one of the other lads. 34 melee defense is fine, just go for the extra damage output. What? It's got like no hit points left. Everyone's utterly exhausted here. Yes, MK. You can live. Down you go. Okay, okay. My level's getting low, lads. Well done, Levitz. Yeah, that's how you fight your way out of a sticky situation. Probably recover would have been better for a big next turn. Oh, what? It's a third 81%er. That's. And unless that fallen hero goes there and tries to split, MK should be fine. Should be. That's what I'm talking about, Emmanuel. Oh Christ. Stay down. Stay down. That's why I want two-handed cleavers on all of my torturers. Decaffeinate and decaffeinate. I won't be surprised if some of the low-level boys are traumatized after this battle. Assuming we get everyone through. Rip doggo. Right, now you zombies come have pissed me off. MVP of the fight? Definitely MK2. He's tanked a bunch of very scary hits. And he dodged a few attacks, like 3 or 4, to save his own life. Come on, give us a nice legendary. That'll be just the reward we need. Well fought, boys. MK, you've earned a bit of time off, my friend, and no, they didn't do it. Like an 18% chance, though. Right, back to the old formation lab. If you're a Warhammer guy, I even gave him the wrong bloody weapon. What's up, so? Donkey Kong. They're doing well despite my determined efforts to get everybody killed. Polearm lad out. Polearm lad. West 4 archers, bannermen, and Pumulus will be on the front line when he hits 11. I like the hit points. Fatigue is good. Defense is okay. Barbo. What's on the build? I suppose I may as well go quick hands, bags and belts as quick as possible just for the utility. At this low level, before I have fancy feet, being able to just move away from someone. Or excuse me, being able to just wooden shield before I'm able to move away from someone is super useful. Although, as we saw on that fight, words are hard. Cover would have been super. I think next turn we'll probably go recover, footwork, nimble, and then the weapon specs. This range defense is no good. Well, I mean, he's light, he's got light armor, he's got decent hit points. We'll give him nimble. Dirk first, we'll increase the... Yes. Polom, backup Bannerman, and then some other lads. More. Yes, you are seeing correctly, those are Shret on our tail. 9 of them. I do want to fight Shret, but 4 is the most I'll fight most of the time. Bunch of direwolves and a hex, that could be doable if our armor wasn't so beat up. Wait, how's the front line looking? You know what? Fuck it, let's do it. I need that hex's hair. And we have a decent team here. Got 2 archers. Whip. Hang on, you, sir. Undead. Unity, fear, and mind control. Okay, good. So we can depend on Gungnir to run straight for that fucking witch. Kill her. Everybody else just disarm each other. Archer should run with Gungnir and try get a decent angle. The nose candy, I believe, just takes you all the way up to euphoric. So this is uncommon. I actually need my new archer guy just to try hold down this flank. That's... Resist! Resist! Fuck, I wish I would tell you the percentage. 6% chance, 60% chance. Unfortunately, Emmanuel can still... Okay, if he switches weapons, he doesn't have quick hands. Right. So, it's not like he can take out a warhammer and attack with it. That's good. Lol, what? I hate to do this, but I kind of need to lock down these wolves to give Onimaru a chance to hopefully get an angle on this bitch. Overwhelm is going to ruin us. Sincerely hope these wolves can't just run straight past the rest of the formation, straight to my flanking archers. These low-level lads can't be in these kind of fights. Didn't hex anybody. Oh! Of course, ranged weapon. How would I do that? That actually hit. Nice. On. Okay, must remember, it's not worth giving the Warhammer guys the whips because they don't have quick hands. Can you sod off, Wolf? Seriously. Rip. I gotta just be leveling up my lower level lads against raiders and zombies. Again, I'm feeling that old feeling of not knowing where my power level is of this particular group. Because all day I've been grinding the Skoldung tribe and the Faith Militant. Right, different levels. Yeah. Okay, so, Warhammers. Take it. That's fine, but polearm user instead, I think. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll take both Bannermen in, but not Nixus. Coman will give nice big morale buff to these people. The Day 70 tribe is just me trying an all axes build. Whereas Faith Militant is all blunt weapons, Skoldung tribe is all two-handed axes. This one, the central conceit of this one is the combination of hammers with cleavers, which is still my favorite. The other thing I think I need to try at some point is all great swords up top. My suspicion is that that's going to be, like, numbers-wise, one of the best. But this will be the least exciting. It's the least sexy build. I need a dog for that lad. Where's a dog? Spare dog? Spare dog. Let's try that again. And the Skoldung tribe is great because it's the lone wolf background. I've already got one lad running around on like day 70. I had it by day 40, the big two-handed great axe. And just one-shotting nerds. That's a lot of fun. Okay, Animaru. Just out of range. I don't want to move up because of the... Right, if I move up here, tie up some of these nerds. It. Moving those lads, these lads here, is just all about giving space for Onimaru to get an angle on that bitch. So there's a fuckload of dire wolves. She's moving forward. That is strangely suicidal of her, but I'll take it. Awesome. Okay, that kind of changes everything now. Stupid witch. Oh, come on. Oh, this overwhelm is ruining us. Herbs? Okay, fine. I would have preferred the hair for the crafting materials, but herbs are good too. Jesus, look at this. Ah, I should have rotated. I could have swung in a big arc. No, brave man, Levitsmere. Oh! Oh, fuck off. Fucking... Yeah, that was great by the witch. I mean, geez, thanks. That made the fight so much easier. This is really difficult. But again, it's a reminder, we are in a training phase. We are replacing some lads. I'm still riding high from the feeling of everyone being so damn strong when I had a full level 11 group. Now we've got mostly 11s and above. Not all. Again, unbelievable how annoying this overwhelm is. Four more. Whoops. Nope. Gonna need a shitload of tools. That's like half our tools. I think we should just cruise around the north for a bit and fight Chosen until we get two more of those two-handed cleavers. In my Faith Militant playthrough, I actually fought a champion barbarian that gave me champion armor. Pretty amazing. I think it was like 380 body armor for 33 fatigue. Looks terrible. It looks like that old brass armor, but 380 for 32 is amazing. Oh! Haven't done the ice cave yet in this playthrough. I found the ice cave in another playthrough, but not in this one. What are these? All reavers. Take these nerds on. Get shit on. Gungnir's gonna need help. Be proactive. Haha. Nice work. The ice cave I'm certainly going to want to do though, because the ice cave is going to give us that legendary two-handed cleaver, which we will give to, what's his name, this guy here who's leveling up, Pumulus, or whichever of my torturers have the best accuracy. If you win the fight. I've done it before in last season and I got wrecked. I sent in a torturer guy who got fucking wrecked. I'm not so sure if any of my guys have what it takes right now to take on that madman in the damn ice cave. I don't think a Warhammer guy would be particularly good. I worry that with the Warhammer you would ruin his armor but not do enough base damage, you would have damage issues. All my two-handers have Indom. Get Levitsmere out of there. Oh, fucking hell. God damn it, come on! Take a step back so his first move ends him next to him. Use a dog on turn 2. No. Well, funnily enough, like now that we've got, just it shows you how much the terrain affects how the fight goes. This looks better already because now Levitsmere can move forward and swing. Challenging over here, we're going to move Gungnir up here so he can be supported. This fight would be so much easier during the day. I'll put Gungnir by himself. Move forward here. No, because in that dude. Keep forgetting these things have quick hands. So just because they're holding a throwing weapon doesn't mean they can't smash you with a two-hander that turn. Oh, die! That's a trap going in there. There's a trap. I want to smash that guy, but it's a trap. I'll go here and I Indom high ground at least. Like. Oh, that's not the one to miss. The big thing with these Warhammer guys is they get exhausted very quickly if they're using Indom as well. That's one thing I quite liked about my Faith Militant, where everybody uses the two-handed maces. At most, they attacking twice with the mace and using Indom. Usually they attack once and use Indom. Got 25 plus something else. It's not that bad, really. Keep that up for 2-3 turns. How do you miss that? See how much better this fight is going? It all just comes down to the terrain we had. Shot. One of these. There you go. Kill him outright. Get wrecked. Huh? Can punch me. Oh, that's wrong. Wrong. fatigue numbers, like all the hours I've played the game, it's really hard to get guys above 75-ish. Especially when you put them in heavy armor. I know it's possible, but I need a wild man. Don't you destroy my fancy legendary shield that I don't really want. I have actually tried the hunter background for a bit, but you know how frustrating it is having such a tiny inventory. You can't carry anything, you can't weapon spam, which I find quite important. We've just been super unlucky on this map. And it's not like we haven't found hunters, we have found hunters. One of our promising Warhammer guys is a hunter. It's just doubly frustrating when you're just dying to get a hunter. You finally get one and he has stars for melee fighting. And see, we didn't get any of their throwing weapons because we don't have any way to stun them. You need to be able to stun those guys while they have the melee weapons held in their hands. What am I doing here? My formation's all fucked up. Nixus, you are taking over as Bannerman. Omen is kind of retiring. Hickory. Okay, Moru's best archer. Second. Polearm user, and then who here? Also the other polearm lad. We got 2 archers leveling up. We got Warhammer lad, which I want to see if I can justify giving him heavy armor. His fatigue is going to be tanked though. No stars in. Maybe we can get away with coat of scales with the lightness attachment. It'll fit. Russian's replacement. Full steer, Gagnier's replacement. I feel like I need. This is what I need. I need like a wild man with strong and at least a star in fatigue. He's going to have enough fatigue to hold the outside flank with Lavitsmere. That is correct. Roger. Start with an Uber Hunter. Do we have any skin left for unholds? No, I need to make those increased size ranged quivers. Hey, no one's hurt. Are we actually at the point where I'm selling unusually large wolf pelts? Probably not. I'll use them for dog replacements, but... More than enough armor. 22k, I think that's the most I've ever had. The fur padding, does it use direwolf? It uses... We made the padding here. I think you might be right, yeah. Well, direwolves are always easy to get. I mean, these suits of armor here, I suppose technically we can chuck wolf padding on 1, 2, 3 sets of wolf padding, and then you just replace it with something better once you have it. What you got for us? Give me a tip to a nice big legendary. I really don't want to fight goblins ever. Fucking hate goblins. Barbarians at Barbarian Hideaway. Escort 2 days to the southwest, not really. Let's finish this ambition though, for one thing. Whoa. Paragon Torture is perhaps one of the dumbest individuals you've ever met, but for a brief moment it does appear Pumulus gets through and teaches him a thing or two about critical thinking and memorization. Watch as the two sit together, look over some scrolls. You're not sure where the smart man got such papers, but the unlearning oaf is certainly paying a lot of attention to them. As you watch, Paragon is asking rather deep, profound questions. Questions about the land and its relationship to people and the sky and its relationship to the birds. Slowly realize the idiot is merely glancing around, describing what he's seeing in the sort of inquisitive language Pomulus has taught him, namely by attaching a smarmily intoned question to the end of every sentence. When the two finish up, Pomulus comes to you with a grin. I think we're really getting somewhere with him. He's learning, you know. With students like that, all you got to do is be patient and take your time. A little ways away, Paragon is pounding ants with a rock. You simply nod and let Pomulus live out every teacher's biggest fantasy. I don't think that Paragon lost his dumb trait though, did he? Pomulus is bright. Paragon is dumb. Whoa! Ancestors Jerd City. Look at that. A lot of Reavers, many chosen. That's terrifying. 44% though for legendary item. We love fighting undead. How are we for healing and hit points? We'll do these undead and we'll go back. Just the question then is, who do we take along? This undead fight, because like I want to get XP on the lower level lads, but it's super dangerous. Polearm, Archer, Bannerman. I think this will have to do once Pomulus gets into the front line and we get these Archer lads leveled up a little bit more. Actually, Garnier doesn't need to be whipping ghosts because he can't be panicked, but we saw if the ghosts split up, it can be quite difficult. Quick inventory check. Let's fix the problem that we had from that last fight where my polearm lad didn't have a shield. But what are we going to leave behind? We're going to leave behind the Iron Well potion. We'll take one Iron Well and one... Ikri then won't have a melee weapon. That's probably the best setup. War Scythe is better. Right, we'll just camp till everything is repaired. 2 more tools. Yep. Yes, I know that there's no quick hands on the hammer lads, but I just need to get the ghosts to die. As soon as the ghosts die, we can switch to two-handed hammer. We'll probably lose a turn or two of damage output. But if it means you get to whip those naughty ghosts on their bums, then that's totally fine. Look, Pomulus Tristus is level 9 already. He's and with Bright. Like, he's got Student and Bright. He is been with us for 174 days. He's level 9. Doesn't sound right. Oh, but that's because he sat in reserve for quite long. Anyway, YouTube people, I've spoiled you with an hour and a half long VOD. Take a little break.